What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Recruiting Standard, a part of the Bama Standard Network. Guys, if you like watching videos pertaining to high school football recruiting, make sure to like, share, and subscribe below. And make sure to follow this playlist for the Recruiting Standard, as I'll be releasing consistent content involving recruits throughout the state of Alabama, Georgia, Mississippi, Florida, Tennessee, everywhere as far as this goes. Guys, this is not for one specific thing, but I'm going to be making pretty consistent content here in the near future, based on recruits and everything else. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump into this. As you guys can see per the banner above me, today we're going to be talking about a recruit out of the state of Alabama, Pike Road to be exact. We're talking about three-star wide receiver Omari Smith. Now look, I've heard a lot about this guy. He's got some great offers in my opinion so far. But when you look at his film and you kind of break everything down, I think there's one reason why he's not getting better offers. And I'm going to break that down in this video, and I think it's a very invalid reason when you look at this guy and what he puts out. So let's go ahead and jump into this, though. Like I said, he's a 2026 recruit, three-star wide receiver, Omari Smith, out of Pike Road, Alabama, Pike Road High School. Now, here's why I'm saying this. He stands at 5'7.5" and 165 pounds. Now, I know what a lot of people are going to say. You know, he's not big enough. He doesn't weigh enough. He's going to get beat up if he ends up at a D1 school or whatever that may look like. I completely disagree, because we have been shown over and over and over again, these guys can exist. These grown men can exist in college football, and not even just college football, the NFL. And look, I get it. He's a senior in high school, but he's still going to be continuing, to grow and everything else. But we're not here to sit here and just talk about that. I want to talk about why he's not rated more than a 3-star when you look at everything as a whole, right? So, like I said, when it comes back to it, I think, in my opinion, they're just looking at the measurables, and that's completely it. To add on to that, he does have a 3.8 GPA. Definitely a smart kid. Commend him on that for sure, 100%. Right now, he does have offers from UAB, Kennesaw State, Miles, West Alabama, North Alabama, Sanford, Pointer. I think it's just Point University, my bad. Southern Miss and Appalachian State. And I know he has one more. I just can't remember it, and I didn't write it down on the top of my head. As far as stats for this season so far, I can't remember if we're 4 or 5 games in the season. I believe it's through 5 games. 22 receptions, 313 yards, and 4 TDs as a wide receiver. But he does have 15 carries as a running back for 188 yards and 3 touchdowns. But let's jump into his huddle real quick and show you guys what I'm talking about. All right, so here he is at wide receiver. I mean, obviously the dude has great speed, and of course you're going to have that, right, having that size as far as if you're looking to get into the D1 level and stuff like that. Great maneuverability. Obviously he has quick twitch, all that great stuff. Here he is lining up as a running back, which is what kind of impressed me. The vision, honestly, kind of impressed me. The more film I watched him at running back, the little bit, I would say 15 carries I think he's had this season, and then prior, his vision's actually kind of impressed me. Here he is at wide receiver. This is just an outstanding catch, by the way. His vertical is incredible, but on that video, his hands, his ability to catch in traffic, great. Here he is lining up at running back again. Once again, the vision to me, basically the awareness of what's going on around him, and him using his speed, obviously, to his advantage, which you're going to want to see at the high school level, obviously. There he is at wide. Look, when this dude gets in the open field, you're not catching him. Plain and simple, right? He sees open space. He has great field awareness for sure. When he's running routes as a receiver, he does a really good job of finding the holes. Once again, lining up, at running back. I mean, if the dude gets any space around him, it's hard as hell to catch this guy and to bring him down. Once again, 5'7.5", 165 pounds. Once again, finding the hole in the defense. Look at this, backtracking to the quarterback that's rolling out. Guys, I got to stop it right there for one reason. I don't think a lot of us understand how easy it may say to do that, but receivers just don't do it, right? When your quarterback is rolling out or is scrambling out of the pocket and in trouble, and the receiver can see him, a lot of receivers either A, give up on the route, or B, basically just run in the middle of the field, which is why a lot of times you see the quarterbacks basically throwing across their body to the middle of the field, floating the ball, interception. This guy does not do that. He actually will come back he will run back towards the quarterback, find the best path, find the hole in the defense, and backtrack to that. To me, underrated. So getting back into this, sorry. All right, lining back up at receiver once again. And this is toughness in the middle. Does not care if he's going to get hit. He already knows he's going to get hit. Catches the ball anyways. Does a great job of catching in traffic 100%. So lining up receiver. So he was the inside. Once again, his ability jump 50-50 balls. He's going to catch almost every single time. He has pretty large hands. I mean, I don't know what else to say about the guy other than I can't believe he doesn't have more offers, to be honest with you. As you guys can see, he definitely is, as an Alabama fan, he has Jalen and Waddle tendencies for sure when it comes to that stuff. Here he is as a DB. He won't play, in my opinion, DB at the next level if he's at D1 because of his height right there. But, I mean, obviously he has the ability to track. And, look, the guy does nothing but no – I mean, look at him. And I know a lot of people are going to say, "Oh, well, it's high school football and all this great stuff." Whatever, you can give that to somebody else. But either way, as you guys can see here, so the traits that I'm going to take away before I show you guys his workout video that I kind of plugged in: great hands as at wide receiver, plain and simple. He does not drop the ball. Great at coming back to the ball, and the quarterback is scrambling or in trouble. Outstanding at finding the holes in the defense. Has basically great field awareness, essentially. Has the speed to take it to the house any play. Definitely has that quick twitch ability. Outstanding verticals. He really jumps and high points and catches the ball with his hands. He doesn't let his body catch the ball, right? Tough over the middle, slot wide receiver, and he's not afraid to get hit. Runs his routes through traffic really well, which is another thing, by the way, that people don't account for is like, how well do you run your mesh routes, or how well do you run routes right when you're encountering these linebackers or you're getting pressed coming off the line or something like that? In my opinion, he actually does a really great job of that. Now to jump into this workout video that I found as well. In the workout videos, to me, is kind of like the icing on the cake, but it will really staple my point of, okay, I think he really is a great player at that position or whatever that may look like. But let's go ahead and start this. So obviously he's running routes or running his drills as a wide receiver through this. I don't know if this is at a camp or whatever. It looks like he's something that he's doing maybe on his own. But what I love about this right here, guys, sorry, I'm not trying to pause it, is one thing. When you look at this, I'm going to go back and restart it. This tells me he's a wide receiver 100%. Let me restart it. And what I'm getting at is when Omari is running these, he's squatting. He already knows how to squat on his routes. He does not flail his arms. He doesn't twist his hips. If you go back and watch his routes, you know what I mean? He does. The big thing to me, what kills me from a wide receiver standpoint when I see them running routes is when they lead with their hips, essentially. They twist, they flail their arms instead of digging down, right? Squatting down and digging into your route to make that cut. That's what makes you a sudden cut wide receiver, right? Or running whatever position you're playing. That's what makes those events like Jalen Waddle and Devontae Smith were really great at Alabama. Obviously, there's a lot of others that do a really good job of that. And I'm not calling this guy Devontae Smith or not like that, so don't take it that way. Because we're talking about a completely different wide receiver here. But when you're talking about squatting down, digging into his routes and understanding, like, basically to run full speed through your route, through the top of the route, running at the top of the route just as hard as you were at the beginning, like, that's important stuff when you consider. And when you look at the fact that he's running this drill and he already understands what he's got to do, like, he's running these drills understanding I'm trying to look like a wide receiver. That's just my opinion. Definitely give me your takes. I mean, look at this. He's not flailing around. He has good footwork, right? So definitely way better footwork than I had. I'll just say that. But no, great feet work. Like I said, squats down on his routes. And just to go back to this one real quick. Let's see here. Here we go. Like, once again, digging. Look at him digging into his routes. Not flailing, not leading with his hips, stuff like that. That to me is important stuff when it comes down to it. But either way, let me know what you guys think about Omari Smith. I think the dude should definitely have more offers than this already. I think he's a great prospect for sure. I know he has a good head on his shoulders from everything I've heard. I've been wanting to do this video for quite some time. I just haven't had the time, been extremely busy. And there's a lot more recruits I want to get to and talk to, and I think that deserve way more attention. I think Omari Smith is one of those recruits that I get it. his stats aren't going to probably blow you away. He plays at a 6A school, by the way. Pike Road, correct me if I'm wrong. Pike Road from, I just moved back to Alabama. Hopefully they're still a 6A school. So I know they're a good school from that standpoint. So with that being said, guys, let me know in the comments below what you guys think about that. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel here. Make sure to follow me if you want to on X at JLewis85. As you guys can see there, if you guys want to follow basically everything I put out as far as recruiting goes, it's going to be at Recruiting Pulse on X. All that stuff will be in the description box below. And of course, this is a part of the Bama Standard. Every Tuesday night, they have a live stream that puts out, great guests and stuff like that. And had recently had AJ McCarron, Reuben Foster, all those guys on. If you guys want to check that out, and make sure to go in the description box below as well and follow Mario. I'm going to have his X handle in there, his huddle link, and all that great stuff if you want to check him out. Other than that, I'll see you guys next video.